even though I didn't study law, I practice it. You can't win me in an argument. I was arrested by the consciousness. And the impression that came on me through that consciousness required that I apologize. That's when I saw how deep in the flesh I was. The ability to apologize was not in me. It took me 2 days. The proof of life is consciousness. That's why God calls what we call death. He calls it sleep. It's just saying you are no longer conscious of the natural realm. Oh my God, you know. I don't have time to walk this thing. You see, I don't have time to walk it out. So when you become born again, the life of God comes into you, and it comes with a consciousness that was not previously there. This consciousness that it comes with is a consciousness of the realm of God. It's a consciousness of the layer of God. So that in the natural, you are stepping into a train, but you have a consciousness that links you up to the throne of God. In the natural, you just booked an Uber. Are you there? But there's a consciousness. You are about to step into the Uber, and because of that consciousness, you perceive that, hey, this is not the right place to commute. So you give the Uber driver a salutation, and he says you are crazy. No, you are conscious. Please help me tell your neighbor, I'm conscious. I'm conscious. I'm conscious by the power of a different kind of life. I'm conscious by the power of a different spirit. There's a consciousness that I have. And that's my true description. You cannot describe my life outside of this consciousness. It's through this consciousness I judge everything. It is through this consciousness that I sustain my eye view, my outlook towards society, toward my generation, my outlook towards money, my outlook toward my wife. I function by this consciousness. Once upon a time, I had an argument with my wife, and you know, even though I didn't study law, I practice it. I practice. I practice law. And what I mean by that is you can't win me in an argument. So I had won the argument, and she had accepted that my view was, then I was walking away, and then the consciousness, I was arrested by the consciousness. And the impression that came on me through that consciousness required that I apologize. That's when I saw how deep in the flesh I was. It was the ability to apologize was not in me. It took me 2 days. You will never know how carnal you are until you begin to receive frequencies from the consciousness. Meanwhile, I did not succeed in saying sorry the way you are. I said it in a certain way. But I tried. And when God looked upon me, he looked upon that effort, and he concluded that, okay, it's okay. But I left, my take home was that that consciousness revealed how carnal. Your rating, your ranking will be so high, you might be caught up with spiritual pride until that consciousness demands something from you. As simple as, can you stand before me for 3 nights for 2 hours so that we can have a discussion? And then you now come and say, oh, here am I. And then you realize that you are caught up by sleep. Then you try. Only for you to realize that it is not in you. There's no capacity in you whatsoever to fulfill that requirement. The reason why you saw your depravity and you saw that you had infirmity was because of the requirement that came through that consciousness. Except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. Now what I want